Hello and welcome to our second episode of Pandemically Speaking. I'm your host, Melissa.
And I'm Abby. Speaking pandemically, careful what you wish for. Turns out some poor schmo in the UK was hit by a car on March 1st of 2020 and had no idea a pandemic was even going on.
Yeah, Abby. Joseph Flaville, aka Joe Schmo, came out of a 10-month coma and was launched into a global pandemic.
Talk about pandemically speaking. That's whack, Melissa.
Sure is, Abby. You know what else is whack?
No, Melissa. What's that?
The attack we're about to get from Scott Smith's whack attack.
Hello and welcome back to Whack Attack with me, Scotty Smith. Today, we're going to do something different than last week. We're not going to be cooking. We're going to be using some of these ping pong balls. Now you may be asking yourself, what are we going to do with ping pong balls today? Like, what is he going to be doing? Well, let me tell you, we're going to be using this Pringles can and ping pong balls. We're going to do some trick shots. Just like that. Throw it in there. Complete the shot. Let's do some trick shots. Alrighty, so the first shot is the social distance shot. About 6 feet away. Oh, finally. This is the long distance sit down shot. Alright, this is the downstairs shot. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Nope. Alright, this one is the bullet. That counts. Alrighty, this one is the bank shot. Well, thanks for watching Whack Attack on TCWeekly. Obviously, I'm the greatest trick shot shooter ever for Pringles cans and ping pong balls. Obviously. So we'll see you next time. Come next week and see what we're doing next week. See ya.
Thank you, Scotty.
I don't think we should call him Scotty anymore.
Yeah, me either, but it's so much more fun to say.
I agree. You know, I find it weirdly difficult to take my eyes off the screen.
Yeah, because I feel very woke right now.
Perfect, because our show, Woke Wisconsin, is up next. Are you staying woke on Wisconsin's laws? Because I know I am. Hi, I'm your host, Abby.
And I'm Melissa.
Welcome back to Woke Wisconsin, where we talk about laws that just seem, what's a good word for it?
Absurd.
Yes, that's the word. I'm so excited for today because we are going to be talking about chicks.
Like chicks, as in.
I know what you're thinking, but today I'm talking about baby chicks, ducklings, and rabbits.
Rabbits.
Yes. When you were a kid, did you ever just want a pink, fluffy baby chick?
I mean, probably, but I know that my sister definitely wanted one.
Well, tell her too bad.
Why is that?
Because selling colored chicks, ducklings, and rabbits is, can you guess, illegal.
So you're telling me
Yes.
that people color chicks
Yes.
and ducklings
Yes.
and rabbits
Yes. We must protect the rights of the unborn chicks.
for the chicks.
For the...
Oh, sorry.
Okay, anyways.
But who exactly would want to die and give away colored chicks, ducklings, or especially rabbits? That just really appalls me.
Honestly, that's a very, very good question. I have no idea.
I guess people here in Wisconsin are just built different.
Well, that's it for today's episode. I'm so exhausted. Hope we woke you up with this weird Wisconsin law. I'm Abby.
And I'm Melissa.
Tune in next week to stay woke.
To make sure the chicks don't wake you up.
Why? That doesn't...
I get it because like usually hens wake you up.
Okay,
Like
anyways.
you're on a farm and we're making sure that people are woke. Like you know what I mean? I don't even know how you're able to sleep after that.
Yeah, me either, Melissa. In fact, I think all that absorption of knowledge really famished me.
Famished you?
Indeed.
Do you want lunch already? I mean, we just started.
Well, let's just see what our next show, Flavor Exchanger, has in store for us.
Hello, TCWeekly Pandemically Speaking viewers. It's your resident mask-making juggalo, Will, here, and I'm bringing you an all-new episode of Flavor Exchanger, the show where my friends and family give me an album that I definitely haven't heard before. I listen to it, and then I tell you what I think. This week's album was suggested by my friend Gavin. He gave me J. Cole and Dreamville's album Revenge of the Dreamers 3 to listen to. This album was recorded in late 2018 and released in 2019. With many, many different producers listed on the project. Its genre is listed under hip-hop, R&B, and trap, with a total of 18 tracks, and the regular release, not the extended release, has a runtime of 64 minutes, 25 seconds. I have known who J. Cole was and a few of the other rappers on the album, but I had never heard this exact record before, and I also haven't heard of this collaboration before either. Most of the rap I personally listen to is a much different genre and different style, so this was a pleasant surprise to listen to. The top 5 notable tracks I took down from the album just in order of playlist was track 2, Down Bad, track 6, Don't Hit Me Right Now, track 8, Sleep Deprived, track 11, Costa Rica, and track 17, PTSD. One thing that stuck with me was just the entire track of Down Bad. If I had to pick number 1, that would definitely be my favorite song. It's like a quick, hyped up song. There's multiple people on the song itself. There's like 4 or 5 different features in it. The beat is really good. It's fast. It's on it. It just keeps going the whole song. Like every verse in it I like. There wasn't a particular verse that I could pick apart and be like, yeah, I didn't really care for that. It was just a really good song. I actually added it to my playlist, and I've been bumping it in the gym. The whole album, like, in its entirety was great. I really, really liked the Dreamville concept. Just a bunch of rappers who are friends working together, making this one big album project together. And, of course, it was brought together by J. Cole. And it's just really cool. It's like a melting pot record, you could almost call it. And that concludes this week's episode of Flavor Exchanger. If If you liked what you saw and you want to see my art shenanigans, head over to my Instagram at Wisconsin_mask_collector or my Facebook at Wisconsin Mask Collector. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, William. I must say, my ears are full, but my stomach is hungry.
Yeah, Abby, I for sure thought we were going to get some tasty treats and our delightful dishes.
Talk about disappointing. Good thing I got my cup of joe.
Yeah, good thing, because this next cup of joe is going to be a doozy.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear.
On his second day in office, President Biden signed 9 executive orders primarily focused on COVID-19 relief. The following executive orders were signed January 21, 2021. Improving and expanding access to care and treatments for COVID-19. Promoting COVID-19 safety in domestic and international travel. Ensuring a data-driven response to COVID-19 and future high-consequence public health threats. Ensuring an equitable pandemic response and recovery. Forming a sustainable public health supply chain. Establishing the COVID-19 Pandemic Testing Board, and ensuring a sustainable public health workforce for COVID-19 and other biological threats. Protecting worker health and safety. And Biden introduced a mandatorium to extend federal support to governors for the use of National Guard to respond to COVID-19 and to increase reimbursement and other assistance provided to states. And on the topic of education, Biden signed an executive order supporting the reopening and continuing operation of schools and early childhood education providers. Thanks for watching and stay tuned next week for more.
This is my little sister Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband.
Must say, I feel pretty doozed right now.
Tell me, Abby, what exactly does doozed feel like?
There are not enough hours in the day to get you to understand.
Makes sense. Okay, well, we'll take it minute by minute. Starting with our next show, Eleanor's A Handy Minute.
Yes, but first, if you have a minute and are enrolled in an associate's degree here at NWTC and have a 3.5 GPA, you are eligible to enroll in Phi Theta Kappa, our honor society. Thank you for making the time to take your education seriously.
Hello folks, welcome back to another episode of A Handy Minute. Today's episode is brought to you by Angst, Nostalgia, and Barkeeper's Friend. So my first year of college, I had this roommate from California, and she one day was like, "Oh, my pan is so dirty," and it looked about like this, and she goes, "I guess I'll just throw it away and get a new one," and it took me a moment to wrap my head around that. I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. So, I got a new set of pans, basically, just for the cost of cleaning them. Love that for me. But anyway, today we're going to show you how to clean off just build-up and gunk. These pans that I have right here aren't too bad, but with a couple of minutes, elbow grease, and a little Barkeeper's Friend, not sponsored, but I'd love it if it was, we can fix these pans. So let's get started. So our first step is to get the pans wet. You could also wipe them down with a wet towel, that's totally fine. You should be wearing gloves for this process. I like to live on the wild side. And sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Oh, that is too much. Once you have your pans sprinkled, you're gonna get a wet cloth or a wet sponge, and we're just gonna start scrubbing. So while I will need to reapply at least one more time for this, the difference between what the pan was and what the pan is, in probably about 45 seconds of scrubbing, is wonderful. Thank you so much for tuning into A Handy Minute. Now, back to our hosts.
Well, that was definitely time well spent.
I'm still hungry.
If you add up enough handy minutes, do you think you'd get an arm hour?
I don't know, but our half hour's almost over.
Well, let's not waste one more minute and take a sneak peek behind bars to see what Zale and Damien have been up to.
And then can we eat?
Now you get a 2-hour flight.
Hey,
And y'all wasn't even on time. That's too bad, so sad.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today on Behind Bars, we're going to discuss how hip-hop artists thrive through the pandemic by utilizing live streaming to grow their fan base. Let's jump right in. So, a lot like everybody else, artists had to get creative with how they were going to conduct their businesses or they would have went bankrupt. Machine Gun Kelly took to the streets right away. During the quarantine, gave his fans something to be happy about, utilizing live streaming to perform shows. Thank you to social media providing multiple platforms for artists to utilize to grow their fan base by thousands and thousands, if not millions. Oftentimes, venues found themselves having to be creative, utilizing artists like DaBaby and MGK to host live streaming events where they would sell tickets and share profits with the performers. As an OG, I can really appreciate solidifying technology into the business growth and development of each individual artist we mentioned. Utilizing platforms such as Instagram and Facebook, artists have been, let's say, exposed by online social media listening parties hosted by average everyday YouTubers or the youth who just have a special interest in music. So as an up-and-coming artist, I encourage you to follow suit because we know success leaves clues. But once again, thank you for watching Behind Bars. Next episode, we'll be taking a deeper look into how utilizing live streaming will be the way of the future and live personal collaborations will be a thing of the past.
And y'all wasn't even on time. That's too bad, so sad.
Wow, talking about making the best of a pandemical situation.
Yeah, I bet those guys are eating real good.
Abby, we're literally 20 seconds away.
That's 20 more seconds I'm spending sitting in this chair thinking about food.
Well, you should think about following our social medias.
Do our social medias have food?
All right, I think it's time to wrap this up.
You said wrap.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Abby, and this was
Pandemically Speaking.